Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Game God Fluent, bringing you episode 57 of Let's Play Avernum, Escape from the Pit. We're in the Eastern Galaxy. I keep calling it Eastern Galaxy. The Eastern Gallery. About to take on one of these boat accessible paths and see what's going on here. I have a cigarette here. Let's go ahead and... There's a human woman and a group of goblins hidden back here. A strange combination. They saw you coming and are prepared to defend themselves. They don't seem to want to fight you, though. Oh, these are the ones that were digging out... that tunnel. Maybe we have to fight them and see what they were digging out. Kill the mage. It's a bunch of goblin warriors. We'll probably have a flawless victory here. Oh, missed a goblin warrior. That's pretty low. Alduus. Sticks and a bell, nothing. Victory is yours. You explore the area looking for loot. You don't find anything but a bunch of tools and a tunnel the creatures were digging. It looks like you interrupted the construction of a dungeon. There's nothing else here for you. Okay, we don't want to interrupt that then, because maybe there'll be a dungeon. So let me go ahead and load. Because this is a special case where if you say leave peacefully, it gives you some dialogue about, you know, oh, they were digging something out, which is rare when you hit leave peacefully to get dialogue like that. All right, let's take our boat and let's see here. Let's head back to the Great Cave. There's some sort of Slith temple. Oh, that's the Slith temple that they're talking about when they say, oof, what was it? I don't even remember which one it was. This was the one upriver, though. They said there was an upriver Slith temple. That would be it, but it's a little beyond us right now, I think. Let's come here and head past the castle, and let's go ahead and explore some of the remote areas of Avernum, which is going to be up, let's see, up past her potion hut. That's Patrick's tower down there. Nothing we can do out here. All right, this is new now. But this is getting into some pretty difficult stuff, too. As you walk down the tunnel, you hear manic, high-pitched laughter echoing back and forth through the narrow tunnels. You feel like someone is watching you every step of the way. Gremlin's Gold. Oh, wow. We will check that out another time. See what's going on here. You've stumbled into a band of gremlins. They are 4 feet tall, brightly colored, muscular, and by any measure you can think of, insane. The creatures charge at you, claws bared, laughing maniacally. Seems we can handle them, though, but they come with cave slimes. They're a bit tough. Cave slimes not so much, but the gremlins are. Yeah, I don't know about this. Plus they cleave, stun, they stun. Wow. Let's go ahead and haste us. Oof. What an acid shower. Oh, nice. We have Battle Frenzy too. Yep. Yikes. It's going to do a heal on Marion and also a slow on everybody else. They resisted it. She's still stunned. Dab. She might not make it, Cordelia. Yeah, they're targeting her. Dang. This is bad now. Is she still stunned? Oh no. These gremlins take a lot to kill. She was still stunned. Wow. Look at that cleave action. Let's go ahead and heal. I didn't mean to do that. The cleave is worse than the main attack. I could heal now with her too, which is good. Go ahead and hit my ginger ale here. Is that good stuff or what? These gremlins are pretty tough. Not gonna lie. Not gonna sugarcoat it here and say that they're not. Sometimes it's pretty tough to move to a square you want to move to, too. Nice. They just take a little persistence. They don't leave behind much. First aid. Oh, we gotta bring her back to life. What does this say? Meet a patrol of Avernum soldiers watching the roads through this desolate and abandoned area. They greet you. Their commander says, "Welcome, friends. Always good to see friendly faces out here. If you find yourselves in need of a meal and a good bed, Fort Remote to the southwest. They're always glad to help travelers in need." The sign says, "B." Grins. The sign is barely readable because of the moss. Mold. Beware gremlins, I guess. Fort Remote West. Perfect. Wow. Well, explore Fort Remote, I guess. Sign says, "Please don't startle guards." Sharpshooter. Looks like some javelins on the ground. It's a mop. Alright. Let's head into this barracks. Ward Tessic. Everything is stealable. Just seeing if there's any giveaways. Ward Tessic. You meet a man wearing robes and a large ankh. He sits at this desk, half awake, playing solitaire. He instantly motions for you to join him. "It is rare to see visitors here. I am Ward Tessic, acting commander. Here, He immediately starts dealing a game of cards without the formality of seeing if you are interested. Can you tell me where the commander is? I'm I sort of give some orders here. It's not like there are many to give, but when they come up, I give them. Things get rather tedious, I'm afraid. Why isn't there an actual commander? All the most skilled warriors were sent to fight the actual war. The castle felt that a mere ward was sufficient to rule this fort. I don't take offense. What sort of orders do you usually issue? Open the gates, close the gates, stop bickering, let's have dinner, that sort of thing? So life here is tedious. Oh yes, this fort was built before the big wars with the Sliths and Nephilim. We were afraid of attacks from the tunnels to the west, but hardly anything lives out there, and the things that are out there keep to themselves, so we have nothing to guard against. To stave off madness, we busy ourselves with other activities. What kind of activities? Well, I play cards, he waves at the deck. I've played thousands of games of solitaire. 1, 2. Pointless, really. Then we all take part in the standard pointless love affairs, have meals, exercise, have sing-alongs, you get the idea, and we act hospitable to the occasional visitor, breaks the monotony. Tessic constantly shuffles and plays cards as he speaks with you. Come on, play a hand. Only exciting thing that will happen here. Have you seen any visitors lately? A party of adventurers came through a few months back. They stayed with us a week. Much fun was had. Then they went west and most of them got killed. Chasm Drake. Then there are merchants, messengers, supply caravans, and so on. Do you know anything about the Drake? Fearsome, deadly, wealthy, remote. West of here. It doesn't bother us. We don't bother it. Where is the Drake? Oh, you don't want to see it. It's far too fierce and dangerous. Is there a bounty to kill the Drake? He seems confused. No, not at all. Why would there be? It never leaves its lair. It leaves us alone, so we leave it alone. Can you tell me anything interesting about this area? No, not really. Wait a minute. No, really, I do want to see it. Its lair is to the west. Be careful, it really is very dangerous. You'll know you found it when you see an enormous dragon-like creature roaring and spouting flame, charging you with murderous intent. Alright, thank you, Ward Tessic. Pair of grounded boots. Which may be, still useful after all this time. Who knows? If we sort of need that 5% electrical resist, it could possibly be important. Bronwyn. That's a name that sounds somewhat familiar. A woman in a steel breastplate huddles in the corner. She has a huge sword and an even bigger hangover. She begins. Tread softly, please. I need to recover. Bronwyn, have another ale. Why did they do this to me? You look pretty hungover. You shouldn't let your commander see you like this. Actually, Tessic is the commanding officer, and he's just a ward. He has me actually direct the warriors. I boldly lead my soldiers out here in the back end of nowhere. She delicately sips some water from a tin mug. At least you get lots of rest and relaxation. Too much. I could have been at the front dealing death to Sliths and doing some good. But here I am, good old Fort Irrelevant. You think you're irrelevant? Well, that's what we are. The only thing that could possibly attack us is the Drake, and it keeps to itself. Where is the Drake? Some huge old lizard that lives in the tunnels to the west. Mick claims he saw it. Ask him about it. As for me, I'm waiting to recover so I can resume my drinking. You drink pretty hard? She gives the gentlest of nods. It's a dirty habit, but it keeps me from getting too angry. I'll get transferred someday. Transferred where? To anywhere where I can fight. Sliths, Nephilim, goblins, bats, monkeys, I don't care. Bronwyn decides that her head would hurt less if she left it resting on the tabletop. She occasionally lets out a miserable moan. Is there anything here I could do for you? Well, there's a pack of fire lizards roaming the caves to the west. They spit fire at us sometimes. If you killed them, I'd sure appreciate it. We don't have enough troops left to handle them. They're all on the Slith front. That's all for now, thanks. Cute. Belinda. You see a petite woman, very thin and with pale skin. She's chopping thick, dried fungi into a boiling pot of stew. Hello, warrior. I'm Belinda. Have a seat and I'll give you a hot meal. Belinda stands at a table and mixes mushroom meal into gray, lumpy bread dough. Are you cooking? I am the fort chef. A chef? Well, a cook, really. Can I have a taste? She runs to the oven and gets you a steaming kebab of lizard meat. It's delicious. She flutters her eyelashes at you. I put extra effort into my cooking. Helps relieve everyone's tedium. Why is there so much tedium? Nothing has ever attacked Fort Remote. I don't think anything ever will, but we keep busy. I have my own hobby. What's your hobby? Just say my name to Mick. He'll be out west. Get his reaction. That's what my hobby is. She gives you an evil grin and returns to her cooking. Interesting. Stealing. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, Mick's out west, so I guess we head out west. Morning. Tunnels to the west are barely explored. Beware of chasm drake. Oh, there's Mick. You find a small, handsome man sitting and contemplating the small spring. He's eating a sandwich. What are you doing out here? Watching the spring. That's how I pass the time. Nice spring. Sure is calm and pretty. Yes. Yes, sir. You find a small... Okay, so what lives west of here? Lots of lizards, big and small. I've even heard rumors of a dragon out there. He waves to the west. A dragon, huh? So I've heard. Rumors, I know. But if Motrax can live down here, why not other dragons? We know the Empire didn't kill them all. Oh, wait. I want this one. Not... Okay. Belinda said I should mention her name to you. The moment you say her name, he chokes on his sandwich, smiles ecstatically, rolls his eyes, breathes heavily, and gets a headache. Simultaneously. There are no words in his response, but he communicates an awful lot. He eventually regains his composure. Yes, she torments my existence, but at least it keeps life out here interesting. I heard you've seen a drake. I saw it, I did. They say it never wanders the tunnels, but it does, and it came close to us. I was sitting here and it saw me, and I saw it. I thought it was going to kill me, but it lost interest. Not hungry, I think, but it could have ate me in a second. It's huge. I hope I never see it again. Can you tell me more about Belinda? No, she heard I've been gossiping about her. She'd never forgive me. She always says there's too much gossip in this little fort to begin with. Watch the spring. You sit with Mick and watch the spring in quiet contemplation. He hands you a chunk of his sandwich. It's a rare, peaceful moment. Then he nods farewell as you move on. I don't see any buttons. I haven't been looking for buttons, but I probably should. Especially seeing if there's anything to the east or west of us here. Mick seems to be rather taken with you. She grins. Isn't he? Maybe I'll reward his efforts. She takes a sip of her stew and grins. Then again, maybe not. Evil, evil Belinda. Nothing much here. More Tessic. Alright, I guess we'll head west and see what's cooking out here. Well, we're really in the boonies now. This is an abandoned outpost at the end of this secluded passage. It has been empty of human occupants for some years. Giant spiders have taken over in the absence of bipedal occupants. Huge walls of web shroud the structure. The arachnids have erected an Arania shrine. The webs have many elaborate lines of runes woven into them. Fortunately, at this point, none of the Arania are around it. Try to decipher it. You look at the runes carefully and realize that you might be able to decipher them. Alas, after looking at them for a few minutes, you are interrupted. Ooh. Oh, wow. I don't think we can handle this. Cave Widow, Arania Sears. Wow. You, my friend. And with a terror wand. You haste us. Probably should have healed Alduus. Maybe they won't pick up on him being a little weak. Whoa. Dang. Okay. That's it for that then. Okay, so I probably... shouldn't come out this way just yet. A little too tough for us. What do we have here? This whole area is one enormous ruin. It seems that at one point, some people tried to build a town here. You find ruined stone cottages, shells of farms, and ragged patches of edible mushrooms choked out by the abundant toadstools. Looks like everything of value was probably cleaned out long ago. You don't have the time to search the entire ruin. You're in a sparse forest of the scraggly, twisted trees that grow in Avernum. They, combined with the poisonous mushrooms growing in abundance, provide a grim and hostile landscape. There are a lot of stumps. Many of the trees have been cut down. This is probably the main source of wood for the area. Fortunately, these fungal trees grow back quickly. Okay. There's a dig spot. Meet a patrol of Avernum guards. They say that they're watching for gremlins and that a lot of the things have been coming from the south. You thank them for the advice and move on. You find a wisdom crystal. Nice. Nothing here. Little pond with nothing. Gremlin's gold. There's probably some treasure to be had there, but I don't think we're quite high enough level. Burial mounds. Nothing grows in this bleak, barren area of the Great Cave. Not even lichen or the tiniest mushroom. Instead, it is being used as a huge graveyard. Cairns litter the landscape, each with a plaque saying the name of the deceased, why she was sent into Avernum, date of death and cause. You notice many of the recent deaths were at the hands of the Slith Zerakai. Then there's these people over here. Nothing. Then there's this, which is actually Darmon. At the base of a huge stone mound, you find a stone hall that serves as an ironworks. Sweaty, sooty men and women pull out ore and process it so that it may be shaped into weapons to combat the many foes of Avernum. Near the smelter, you find a blacksmith selling a wide variety of quality armor. It's far nicer than practically any of the armor you've seen in Avernum so far. Do some shopping. Pretty average prices. Outside of Fort Draco, you won't find a finer mine, better iron, and more skilled smith. The armor for sale here is excellent. Fine steel gauntlets. But nothing we can really use. Well, it's pretty nice stuff. Blessed breastplate. Wow. That we could use. Blessed boots. Yeah, maybe we could use some of this stuff. We'll mark it down. A huge mound. Darmon is one of the biggest cities of Avernum, I think. One of the 6 big ones. Where are we, though? Okay, there is Fort Emerald. And there is Nas. And there's Blosk, which we haven't explored yet. Ironworks. Let's, what does this sign say? This is all in miles. That's crazy to me. You don't really get the sense that you're traveling miles, though. It's weird. Like there's no time passage. Let's head to Blosk. Let's check out the perimeter. Wow, it seems like a pretty big place. Wow, seems like a pretty huge place, actually. Blosk. My goodness. Huh. Well, we've got the perimeter scouted. Let's go ahead and head in. F3. Let's see how long we've been playing. 27 minutes. Bread and a knife. Blosk is defended from Slith raiders by Avernite soldiers. They wear iron armor and wield steel weapons, some of the best the army has to offer. Despite all of your achievements, the soldiers here just trust mercenaries. They don't talk to you or do anything to make you feel welcome. Demo. Do you have any free meal? Sometimes I do. Okay, demo. You meet a tall, thin woman. She is covered from head to toe in a fine, light grape mushroom flour. That's a lot of flour. She sneezes heartily in response. What do you do here? She sneezes. Blosk is mainly a farming town. The farms nearby bring their mushrooms here to be dried and turned into flour. That seems to be very important to the future good health of Avernum. Yeah, she sneezes, coughs, and sneezes again. This job doesn't seem to agree with her. Can I buy some mushroom flour? Pretty average. Demo sells freshly ground mushroom meal. It is Blosk's primary industry. Sacks of the meal travel from here to all over Avernum. So, we would buy these if we wanted to trade them for experience. In for mellow. Pretty average price. I don't need anything. She sneezes a farewell. You seem to sneeze a lot. Yes. Yes, she sneezes. Okay. Wow. Walk away with certainly a lot of meal. Ooh, purging crystal. We haven't had to use that yet, but we'll keep that in mind. The Black Cascade Inn, no vacancy. Wow, a job board. Okay. I see you, Blosk. Wow. We'll get to that. Let's come in here and maybe check the perimeter. We haven't seen a lot in here yet. Ooh, bandages. Healing elixir. Scissors and a scalpel. Let's come up here. Kathy, an unsteady woman in a tattered dress, thrusts out a bowl at you. Her breath smells of mushroom ale. Please, mighty warrior, help me to forget the pain of living in this wretched land. Give me a few coins and I'll tell you my story. I'll pay. Thank you, mighty warrior. Yes, things were tough for me on the surface, so I began getting into the ale. Before long, I couldn't stop. Still can't. They didn't like that up there, so they sent me down here where they wouldn't see me. For 10 more coins, I'll tell you more. Tell me more, then. They sent me down into Avernum. I wandered the caves for years. Then I came here. That's my tale. Thank you again, warrior. She wobbles off in the direction of the nearest pub. Maybe there's a way I can cure your addiction. Can I help? She coughs hoarsely. That's kind of you, but I'm accustomed to the wander in life. Thanks again. She wanders away. Huh, okay. Not much of a tale. Leith, all trades. There's a tall, thin young man with very long blonde hair sitting behind the desk. He's reading a tattered scroll. He says without looking up, "What brings you to Leith, master of all trades? Knowledge, amusement, trading?" What are those scrolls? Nothing magical, adventurers. It is simply a historical account of some small interest of mine. Excuse me, what do you do here? Oh, this and that. There's a demand for many different things here near the front, and I try to provide all of them. I just got some rations in. I'm an amateur sage. I can make torches. I'm an excellent musician, and for 5 gold, I'll sing for you. I'd like you to sing. He takes a lute from the shelf and plays a folk tune from the surface. It is long, melodic, and very, very bawdy. You blush. Oh, well, people don't appreciate music like they used to. What sort of things have you learned? Well, for 100 gold, I've found what a certain obscure wand does. Tell me about this unusual wand. Well, Karunos is the god of the hunt. Oh, wow. The wand of Karunos is a wand to use during the hunt to make your prey more fierce and challenging. Interesting, yes? 100 gold, please. You pay him. So that's what it does. Why would we want to make it more fierce and challenging? Just for fun, I guess. To have an extra challenge. Need some supplies, please. Oh, you don't have a... You do have an Arania Fang. Nice. Not enough room in pack. We yoink that. You have a Mandrake Root. An Electrum Bauble. An Almerian Wine. I forget what the Mandrake Root did. Made us some kind of potion that was special. Energetic herbs. He's expensive. Leith has a limited selection of highly useful items for the adventure on the go. Don't know what we need pen and ink for. You do have an awesome wisdom crystal. Okay, I'm an adventurer. Oh, well, there's something you could do for me then. A business message of great importance. I'll take your message. I'm not proud. There's a merchant named Shani living to the west. Tell her that if she can get 100 pounds of leather here soon, we can both profit handsomely. I'm sure that she will pay you when she gets the message. That's all for now, thanks. Jeff. It's all trades. This is a teenage boy in ratty clothes. He's an energetic little fellow. He seems barely able to stop moving. He holds a stick in his hand, which he uses to engage in imaginary swordplay. He looks at your equipment in awe. Wow, you're really a warrior, aren't you? I'm Jeff. It's a nice little sword you have there. Thanks. I'm going to have a real one someday. And what will you do with it when you have it? I will make Avernum run ankle deep with the blood of its enemies. The kid seems like a natural adventurer. Jeff runs up and down the street, engaged in imaginary battles. He occasionally stares in awe at your equipment. He occasionally asks if he can touch your armor or use a wand or drink a potion. Having fun? Yeah, I love playing wizards and sliths. He looks down at his clothes, ratty and 2 sizes too small. Dad won't let me play in my real clothes because he says they're tough to make. Can I have a coin? Who is your dad? Leith is my daddy. He does lots of neat stuff. He looks sad for a moment. Mom is at Fort Emerald. She's fighting. I miss her. Sure, here's a coin. He smiles. Thanks. Now I can get some candied mushrooms. He runs off. Jeff. That's great. Adventurers needed. Crown token required. Sign says Jonalin's Fine Metalwork. John Hallin's? Ah, no pincers. Jonalin's? Wow, you certainly have a lot of metalwork in here. With no pincers. Why no pincers? Do you have an anvil? This is a heavy-set woman with black hair cascading down her back. She's working at a large anvil. She has to take great pains to keep her hair from the sparks. When you enter, she sets down her hammer, extinguishes her hair, and turns to face you. Always good to see a new customer. I'm Jonalyn, and this is my workshop. What do you need? Is this your forge? It is. This is my shop. I can't talk much. I'm very busy. Supplying the fort, you know, but I can sell you some surplus. What fort do you supply? I'm afraid I'm the main source for new weapons and repairs for Fort Emerald. It's a big job. The Sliths attack there constantly, but I don't mind. It's making me rich. Now excuse me. She turns to start pounding in a spearhead. Her hair catches on fire. She puts it out. You must use a lot of iron to maintain all of these weapons. Yes, I do. In fact, I need some fine iron from Fort Draco to do some work on some special high-quality blades. If you could bring me some, I would pay 20 coins per bar. Jonalyn struggles to make small talk with you as you browse her wares. She is clearly much more comfortable working at the forge than talking to strangers. I have some iron. Sell it. We finally find someone who buys iron. Earned 120 coins and some XP. Can I browse your wares? Certainly. Would you like armor or weapons? Weapons? Slightly expensive. Jonalyn mainly repairs and resells used armor and weaponry. There is no dishonor in that. It's what Avernum has always had to do to survive. Heavy iron cleaver. First time I've seen that for sale. Steel spear. Okay. Armor. Pretty much same as the iron works in a bit. Well, missing some stuff. But okay. I don't need anything. And thanks for stopping by. She eagerly returns to the comfortable solitude of her forge. Alright. Sign says, Bruce of Fletcher, fine arrows and other missiles. Nice. Could always use stuff like that. No pincers. Heavy middle-aged man with a disorganized beard puts fletching on arrows behind the counter. His fingers work with unerring skill and speed. May I ask what trade you are in? Well, I run this little supply shop. You can purchase missiles, and I think I have some other stuff, too. You'll excuse me for being disorganized. Things have been hectic here. Why have things been hectic for you? Fort Emerald buys my arrows as fast as I can make them. It's hard work with lousy materials, but it beats being on the surface. What happened on the surface? I spend every minute of every day making arrows for the idiot nobles in their stupid tournaments, playing games with first-class weapons. Well, one of them told me what he thought of my art, and I told him what I thought of him. A week later, I'm down here, but at least my arrows are getting the use they deserve. I see your wares. A U-bow. That would not be an upgrade for you. A lemonwood longbow? No, oh, wow. Okay, now we're getting into some upgrades. A U longbow. Very nice. Well, it's $22.40 for it, which is only slightly expensive. Bruce does a remarkably good job considering the low quality of the available materials. Wow. I don't need anything. Alright, thank you. Come again. Some pretty high quality stuff here at Subterranean Schooling at Blosk. There are several students in the training hall struggling to learn just enough bladecraft to defend themselves from Slith raiders. They have a long way to go. And Bartholomew. Any pincers? No. A busy man teaches finer points of weaponry to a group of people, some civilians, some soldiers. He seems good at it. What are you teaching? He continues going through the motions of attack and defense. If you'd like to train, please wait. I'll be with you shortly. Can I talk to you? He immediately looks very nervous. I'm not a talker. Well, I am, but my blade does the talking, which isn't talking at all, but you know what I mean, do you? Then he gives up and goes back to his exercises. I could use some training. Wow. Exorbitant prices. Bartholomew doesn't talk much. He gives fighting lessons, but he spares as few words as possible when he does it. Very impressive stuff. Okay. Any training? Understood. Then he returns to his students. This is the place to come when you have a lot of money. Grand Bakery of Blosk. You might have pincers, no? You have food, which we don't really use. Too bad there's not a hunger mechanic. I would have definitely dug that if there was. I like hunger mechanics in RPGs when they're done well. Gives us something else to think about. This woman is tending to her bakery. She is preparing rolls and loaves of bread for the soldiers based in Blosk. You ask if she has anything to spare for you. The answer is no. Pity. It smells really nice in here. And little mound here. Sign says private, keep out. Okay, we were able to disarm that trap. Bolts of cloth. Ensnaring wand for free. Yoink, and 5 bars of iron. A living statue. Among the rubble, you find a heavily cracked and battered statue. It's missing an arm and both legs. Its eyes are closed, and a stone tear runs down its face. Are you alive? It opens its eyes, makes a tiny whimpering noise, and closes them again. Can you speak? Stay silent. Okay. Dang, everything is stealable. In addition to some ratty clothing, this box contains a silver ring carefully concealed between 2 of the boards at the bottom. It's shaped like a snake eating its own tail. It's a very small ring. It wouldn't fit on any of your fingers. It's a good thing Dexter and Almeria told you that it was here. If he hadn't, you wouldn't have noticed it. Now you're free to steal it. Take it. Maybe that's the deal with the prince's ring too, Prince Shevin. Maybe you, now that we know we're looking for it, it's like we can find it. So I have to go and check the things that I've already checked in the castle to find it now. And it'll show up. It's probably what it is. Nothing really interesting in here. Bucketing them up. Alright, there's still a lot we haven't explored yet. Well, some we haven't explored yet. It's F3. Let's see how long we've been playing. 43 minutes. I'm going to save here. Say thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed Blosk today and the stuff we did before coming here. Exploring and such. Appreciate you guys for watching. I hope you're enjoying the LP as well, and I appreciate each and every one of you and all the views you guys give me and all the love. Next episode, we'll continue exploring Blosk, perhaps take that job board and take all the jobs there, and start doing some of those. Stretching, it feels good. So hopefully we'll see you guys then. Hope you'll continue joining me for this epic journey that we're on. Tons more to come. I can't even explain to you how much more to come. Much love, peace, and joy. Take all of that and more, and see you guys next time. Bye-bye.